what exactly is hell in early Christian metaphysics and early Christian thought? For example, Saint Isaac the Syrian, who was a desert father, talks about hell, and he says that hell is the scourge of divine love. And what he means is that hell is eternal regret, a transgression or a sin against divine love, God's love or divine love, what we call agape, which is the love that holds the entire universe together. It is the most powerful force in the world, is extended to all in a manner that is impartial. But to those who reject it, it acts as a consuming fire in eternity. And for those who have not sinned against it or who are repentant and embrace the love of God, for those, it gives them life for all of eternity. So the pains of conscience in eternity are like a consuming fire. Agape or divine love is a love that is stronger than anything that we can imagine. It is a force stronger than all things. It is stronger than pain itself. So when we reject it, sin against it, or transgress against it, and we deny it, it burns us. It burns us because it is like fire. I'm going to read a short passage from my book, Reason and Sacred, and reflect on some of the ideas in there. Lucretian and Epicurean doctrine and ancient atheism maintains that things are neither created from nothing nor destroyed into nothing, and that there is no divine control and no divine plan. He keenly provides explanations for the things involving nature that are hard for humans to understand, intending to lead them to an awareness according to his view, and the intent to help them overcome and abandon their fear of death and false idea of punishment in Acheron. In adopting Epicurus's ideas, Lucretius invites his reader to re-examine his thoughts and consider through reason, allowing the voice of nature, as he suggests, speak for itself, that one may understand what he propounds is the true nature of things. That in order to come out of the darkness of fear based on falsehood into what he calls the light as a result. But are faith and mysticism mere superstition? One might argue that true religious belief of the power of faith does not involve such fear as Lucretius describes, but a different kind of fear, the fear of God, which is a fear proceeding from understanding and wisdom, the knowledge of the eternal, and not a fear of estrangement and malintended harm. Because the fear of God is a fear of transgressing against love, a fear of negating that which by existential principle is the makeup of truth and the radiant life of existence's force. Mere belief due to fear of punishment is merely opportunistic and of little moral worth, and it is rather giving in or a submission to authority due to comfortability and irrationality. But true faith is antithetical to such fear, and thus should not be fixated on the imagination of burning in hell for eternity, because the faith is precisely in the attainment of an eternal telos, everlasting joy, which is what one ought to have faith in. But in behaving morally, one ought to acknowledge the innate consequences of transgressing against love or agape, God, and its primal principle of goodness, which brings torture to the psyche and pains the heart or inner world, psyche or soul. The fear of God is the fear of transgressing against love, because love is the very purpose of our existence. Love is what created us. Love is what God is in essence. The entire universe was created because of love, and the entire universe continues to exist because it is held together by the power of divine love. So when we transgress against divine love, we are canceling ourselves out of the purpose of existence. And that's what we ought to be afraid of. So the fear should not be about imagining ourselves burning in hell, but rather the fear should be being afraid of transgressing against the very purpose of our existence, which is love or divine love. When we embrace it, when we comply and submit ourselves to love, then we are aligned with the purpose of our existence because we're here, we're created out of love and because of love, and our existence should be a fulfillment of this purpose.